shape of this a little bit. It looks a little more interesting. That's just a bunch of lines. Maybe something like that. And we'll call that wrist IK con. Wrist IK offset. And let's go ahead and start creating the IK handles, or the one IK handle that we'll need, and then we'll start doing our orientations. So, or their constraints. So, what we'll need to do is do an IK handle from the shoulder down to the wrist. Now, we want to be able to rotate around that elbow when we're in the IK system. So what do I need to do to the IK handle when I'm applying it in order to make it have a controllable attribute that I can rotate that elbow around? What do we do for the knee? What's special about that IK handle?
Rotate.
Rotate what? It's not pivot. Come on, guys.
Rotate plane solve.
Yep, Shelby, you got it. So, rotate plane. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to constrain skeleton. I'm gonna go create IK handle, change single chain to rotate plane. And then I need to go from my shoulder joint down to the wrist. I'm gonna go ahead and grab shoulder, and go down to wrist, and you'll see that I now have a IK handle that's popped up. And I can now go ahead and pick up and move around my hand as needed. Cool? Cool. All right. Any questions so far? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually, while we're working with the IK, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my IK controller, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my IK handle, so parent, child, and I'm gonna go and do a point constraint. Now the reason why I'm doing a point is because I want to just control the position of that IK handle. I don't need to worry about any sort of like rotational values to it. So I'm just gonna be doing just the point constraint with the maintain offset turned on. Okay? So now if I go ahead and grab this controller, I should be able to lift up that handle. All right? And actually something I need to address before I go any further. Undo that real quick. I need to make sure I have the pivot in the right place. There we go. I just had to move the pivot back, make sure it's actually in the position for the wrist. All right, let's try that again. Parent, child, point. Good. Now, so what I can do is just pick this up, but I can't actually rotate that wrist around. You see how I'm rotating this controller, but it doesn't rotate my wrist? I want to be able to do that. So in order to do it, I'm going to have to go ahead and grab my IK controller box, and I'm going to go to my IK wrist joint, and then I'm going to use an orient constraint. Because the IK wrist joint has a orient constraint going from it as a parent to the skinning joint as a child. Remember that? So if I do an orient constraint from the IK wrist controller to the IK wrist joint, that should pass through and give me some control over that skinning wrist joint. See that? So now I can rotate that and it works. Isn't that cool? Make sense? Yes. So, the IK controller box that I put over the palm or over the wrist, that guy has a point constraint going from it to the IK handle. Then it also has an orient constraint going from the IK control box to the IK joint for the wrist. So that when that rotates, the box rotates, it makes the IK joint for the wrist actually rotate with it. And then since that is a parent to an orient constraint with the skinning joint, that makes that the child actually rotate the hand with it. Okay? So that's why we need to have that. So it's a point and an orient constraint for that to work properly.
For both of those constraints, you grab the wrist IK controller first?
Yes,
Okay.
since it's the parent.
Okay.
Yeah. And its two children are gonna be the IK handle and then the IK wrist joint. Okay? All right. All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of work on the FK. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the clavicle controller. I'm gonna go ahead and grab its clavicle joint. And I'm actually gonna go and tell it to do a parent constraint. Reason why is because I wanna be able to like lift the shoulders up as well as rotate them around. So I can do that with that constraint. Then I'm gonna do the shoulder FK joint, or shoulder FK controller. That is gonna go to the shoulder FK joint, right here. So make sure we're sticking together FK to FK. Then what type of control or constraint should I use with that one if I want it to just rotate it? Orient. Okay. I'm gonna grab the elbow. Who does he go to? Who does he control? The FK elbow controller, that will be controlling what? The FK what joint? Elbow joint, thank you. All right, so make sure it's on FK. We're going to use what kind of constraint? Orient. All right. Tough question. Wrist FK controller goes to, wait, what? FK wrist joint. So it's gonna be right here. Is it the null joint? No, it's gonna be wrist FK joint. Now what are we using? Orient. Excellent. All right, so now if I go in, rotate the shoulder, that lifts it up. This also works. This also works. General Kenobi. Every time, every single freaking time. All right. So we kind of effectively have dual systems working here, but the problem is that these guys, both the parents have custody over the child. They're like tugging it in two different directions. Hashtag only divorced kids know these realities. So we need to basically go ahead and say, Mom can only have you on the weekends, and Dad can only have you during the week. Maybe that's getting a little too real. But anyway, so we need to put in a switch of some sort, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and make another controller.